All right, it's time to get laced. Man, I'm getting so many of you guys calling in telling me you loving that I'm doing this shit regularly. I'm kind of doing it not at the same time, but generally the same time. That way you can catch it all, I guess. But I'm wondering, do you guys see the big picture? And if you do you know the value of being able to see the big picture? Because anything you plan has an overall ending, a result you want. Now that's the big picture. What you got to figure out and understand is what it takes to make the big picture. See, nothing gets to me anymore these days because I'm seeing the big picture for me come together. I'm not going to say I'm seeing life through rose colored glasses, but I will say I'm a great gardener. Now, why I mentioned gardening? Because for my big picture, I'm looking at it as if it's a garden, and row by row, I'm getting my garden together. And what I'm seeing is that even though I'm 7, 8 months down the line into the program that I'm trying to create, I still, as a gardener, go back to where I was at first and keep that straight. It don't take as long now as it used to, but I can go all the way back and keep all that straight because I always garden and I will be able to progress. See, that's what it's about. Gardening toward your goal. Now, I speak extensively on gardening in my course. Why do gardeners garden? Why do you think gardeners garden? Because they want to see the fruits of their labor in the growth of what he planted or he or she planted. Now, what I'm saying is, if you plant shit and it don't grow, it dies, or you plant shit and it grows really weakly, you're not a very good gardener. But if it comes out robust and look like it's just ready to be eaten and want to be eaten, see, not, or it's just a beautiful plant. See, I plant seeds of game, and I plant those seeds in my students, and I take the time to see that those seeds grow into full or fully grown, workable plans. And this is very important to me. I came up with the idea of my male confidence course, laying in bed talking shit. I was telling the broad I wasn't going to get another job. God damn it! I wanted to figure out something that that I could do at home that represented life, represent all I represent. As Rosebud Bigelows. I'm talking shit. I'm trying to tear this pussy up. Little did I know, I had just thought of my future as I was talking shit. Fellas, you got to understand. The life you have is only for you. And you're the only one who could make it work. I can't put enough emphasis on how important it is to believe in your goddamn self. That idea of creating a world for me to live and work in, like I say, I was talking shit getting some pussy, but when I got done fucking, I got serious about that shit. I want to think, how could I do it? I started really going into it. And what happened was maybe, I don't know, maybe a week or so later, I had the opportunity. Now, this is something I never do. I had the opportunity to listen to some self-help shit in person with my one of my buddies. He had bought the shit for me, so I had to go. He paid for me to go with him. That motherfucking shit. I just don't believe in that shit. But I'm telling you, this shit changed my life. The motherfucker speaking, he was so powerful because I took what he said as if he was talking to me. Directly to me. He asked, "Who are you?" And he also asked, "Do you really know who you are? Do you really know what you like?" Then he said something that was really powerful. He said, "How can you tell if what you like is what you should like?" Man, these were powerful questions to me. I don't know, I might have been in the right space to hear them or whatever, but they was powerful. And, as I say, I know me. And most times I dismiss self-help shit. But I also know if I can't dismiss it, if I try to dismiss it, but I keep thinking about it, something about it got me thinking. That means to me I need to revisit the point. This man was fucking heavy, John Kehoe. He he went on to say how important you are to yourself. I mean, I don't know if I needed to hear that shit, but I'm telling you, that shit just, I was just tripping, answering them questions. And then he made a statement that is motivating me to this fucking day. He said, "If you know yourself and you're looking for a brighter tomorrow, what are you waiting on?" He said, "What are you waiting for? I hope it's not me to give it to you in here." Oh, man. This dude was fucking me up. That sentence right there. I hope it's not me to give it to you in here. That did it for me. Don't ask me how or why, but I went home and started writing what would become my new road to success. And something that would make things in my life rosier than ever. Caller, what's up?
Hello, what's happening? This is Mike out of Durham, North Carolina, Rosebud. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good, brother. How about yourself?
I'm doing very well, very well. I really like what you're talking about. I just want to say I'm a big fan, and I have a question for you, OG.
What is it?
All right. Since you got in the game all the way up until now, how do you feel like the hoes have changed mentally? How do you feel like they are now versus when you started in the game, OG?
Check this out, bro. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a very good question, and I'm answering with a short answer, but it really is a detailed answer. See, you got to understand what you asking. You asking, are the women, are the broads any different? But you should be asking, is the game, is the motherfucking shit niggas saying any different? Because that's what make the broads. And what I'm saying is, hoes don't, they turn out by themselves, but they don't get game by themselves. They can get game, but they don't get sharp by themselves. They can do everything by themselves, but they don't get sharp by themselves because a nigga doing what he doing is having hoes. His job is to fucking oversee what's going on and predict shit that can happen and show these bras how to avoid this shit, all in the pursuit of getting some money so you can come in and make me happy. Now, what I'm saying is, niggas don't believe in this shit no more. They believe in letting the bras tell them whatever the hell the police, this is the police. Bitch, fuck the police. The police supposed to take you to jail. Call me when you get in jail, you stupid motherfucker. Now, that's how you talk to them motherfuckers, because what I'm saying is, if you act like what they saying, is major, they gonna think it's major. So you say, bitch, fuck the police, blah, blah, blah. Now, what I'm saying, the niggas today, they ain't got no money, because they don't spend their money in the right places. We used to have a bank for bail. And when the bitch called, we send another bitch with the money to the bail bondsman. Because we prepared to pimp. These niggas is only prepared to get given some money. And then when they get do what?
I said they preparing short term. Is that what you're saying?
Well, yeah, that's short term, but what I'm saying is they ain't believing in the game. See, the game make you say this shit. The game make you have dreams and goals that you can share with the bitch while you laying in the bed talking shit. But these niggas don't do that shit. So then the bitches don't get it either. So they don't have this fabulous nigga to chase after. They don't have nothing to make them try harder. Man, them bitches used to dive in front of bullets for us. I'm not bullshitting, man. They really believed in what a nigga was saying because we had game. We knew how to draw a picture. We was Van Gogh with words. And as we draw this picture, this broad is seeing it, and then every day she's adding to the overall development of the scene, and she creaming on you. Y'all don't have it like that no more, brother.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I know that was a long answer. I said it was going to be a short one, but you can't be short when you're talking about this game, man.
As long as it's coming from Rosebud, hey, I know it's certified now. I appreciate it, OG. Stay blessed now.
You know it. You be cool, brother. Appreciate that. That's some good shit.
Sure.
I've constantly been in pursuit of what I'm talking about. Carla, what's up?
Yo, what's up, Rose?
Hey, what's happening?
Not much. I don't know if my number's familiar to you, but it's AR.
Okay, what's going on?
Shit, man. Hey, let me check this out, man. Why am I not? Well, I don't even know why I'm asking why, but one of my bitches, she thinks. I'm gonna just put it in a nutshell. When a bitch fuck another person, I don't get jealous. Is that bad? Well, I know it's not bad.
Hey, bro. Miss me with that bullshit you talking. I don't even believe you. You don't even sound like a nigga that got bitches. You don't. And I don't know why you calling me fronting like that. Why are you calling me fronting like that, man?
Huh?
You heard me.
No, I'm not friends.
So you telling me you a nigga with bitches?
Yes, sir.
Boy. All right, man. Go ahead with your bullshit. What's your bullshit question?
I feel you, man. I feel yeah, you coming. I'm trying to kick it with you, but you gonna be like that. It's cool.
Hey, bro. Kicking it means you got something to say that's real, and we're gonna talk about it. That's what kicking it means. The shit you doing is just running your mouth about some bullshit. You ain't got no bitches. What's your question any motherfucking way? Ask it without all your goddamn bullshit.
All right, why am I not jealous when a bitch fucks somebody else?
Because you know you ain't shit.
I disagree.
Well, you can disagree.
I disagree 100% with that.
Good, brother. You is that all you want to ask?
Forget about it, man. I'll catch you later.
All right. You sure will. Man, you can tell when a nigga bullshitting, man. You can tell when they punks. That nigga's a punk. See, I never doubted I could do what I wanted, and neither did my motherfucking women. But then again, when you call your own fucking shots and you do what you please in life, and you don't have silly questions like that nigga ass come to your mind, why the fuck? I mean, if you ain't jealous, that should be a good thing, because the bitch gonna do what she gonna do. But see, that's why I knew he was full of shit, because that ain't a real question. See, when you trust in God and you truly believe in your destiny, and when you know that you the driver of the vehicle in your life, and no matter how hard motherfuckers try, they can't stop you now. You rolling. When you know all that, you've qualified to see life in a more pleasant manner. You know, people create problems for themselves. Because what I'm saying is, think about it, fellas. Let's say you had a broad and she did give another motherfucker some pussy. Wouldn't you feel pretty cool if you weren't jealous? Because you being jealous gonna make you can't sleep, gonna make you want to do something to the nigga, gonna make you want to do something to the bitch. Being jealous creates a whole bunch of problems. So it would seem to me, if you didn't get jealous, you wouldn't have a problem about it. You might want to make a statement and say, man, I done had bitches long enough to where I don't really get jealous if I know they fucking somebody else. I mean, duh, you fucking somebody else, so shit. What I'm saying is, you are what you do in life. You guys today have it really rough, but not so rough you should lie down and be walked on by society or a goddamn woman you have desires for. Why the fuck do you feel so worthless that you'll accept demeaning traits in a woman? You see this trait is in the woman before you really get all involved, but you still get involved. That's where you need a better way to understand your value. You got to understand your fucking value. Understanding your value is going to make you understand dating. It's going to make you understand women. It's going to have you understanding every motherfucking thing. Just by understanding your value. Now, have you checked out where you think women see the value in other dudes? These dudes is pursuing these women. So what's your buddy telling anybody fucking with this bitch trying to catch her, blah, blah, blah. What does she see valuable in him? Can you tell? You guys don't think. It's so much you guys don't think about when it comes to how to improve, intrigue women. Some of it is because you don't take your mind off sex long enough to see what the fuck intrigues or infatuate women. I'm a firm believer if you need to read to get your goddamn information, you're going to have a hard time at it. I'm not saying you shouldn't read or you shouldn't know how to read. It's important to know how to comprehend things, especially what you read. But my point is, if you need to read to elevate your dating game, let's face it, you don't have none. Shit. Evaluating yourself honestly is essential if you want to have poise when you're getting ready to get at a broad. Now, you could say to yourself, man, I need some pointers. I need to brushing up. That's vague and it's not going to help you. You could say, man, I need some pointers. I need to brush. I need to know how to start talking. Just say hello. You got to break shit down to where you can get the benefit of pursuing it. Because the big thing is what you don't have. So why are you trying to get it first? You got to get to several little things that's going to enable you to deal with the big thing. Period. So the information you need ain't going to be found in any book that you can read. It's found in the book that you create from your exploits with different women on dates. Reading about somebody's ideas on catching ain't going to improve your chances one iota. That's why what you read or what you read so far hasn't done anything for your ass, for your catch hand. You know what I'm saying? Be real. Don't mistake what I'm saying. Reading does have a fundamental value, and that's about all it has when it comes to dating. But what I'm saying is you go on and read what you want to read. Read different material about life and the joys of living life. Because you do want to be well versed. It's not a bad thing that you don't know exactly what to do on a date, let alone what to say. But it is a bad thing to not do nothing about it. See, that's what I'm talking about, discovering shit and doing something about it. You certainly don't want to be a dummy. I'm not no fucking dummy. You know, I brag all the time. I'm a straight A student. And in all my years of schooling, I've gotten maybe 2 C's, about 4 B's, and over almost 100 A's. What you need to understand is none of that shit means shit when it comes to catching a woman. She could care less what my motherfucking GPA was when I was in school. Women only care about what your knowledge of women is. You only need what you're thinking. Whatever you're thinking about, that's what you need when it comes to elevating your dating game. Now, that means you need to think correctly and elevate your thoughts before you can elevate your game. I think it's important to read, especially if you want to have a vast knowledge of written material. But put it in its perspective. That ain't going to make you sharp. It ain't going to make you any better. Unless you start doing what you reading, what it says to do. Reading it ain't going to do you no fucking good. Doing it is what do you some good. What good will knowing the radius of a circle, what good would it do you when it comes to talking to a woman? By the way, did you know it's not what you say, it's how you say it that matters to her? You guys won't take the time to express yourself. You won't take the time to make whatever you're saying have a particular meaning for whatever you're talking about right now. You don't know how to do that. You just say stuff and let it fall where it may. And it does. Most times it falls on deaf ears. There are exceptions, but they are few and far between. Caller, what's up?
What's happening, bud? It's Dylan, OG.
Dylan, what's happening?
Been chilling, man. I just like what you said about it ain't about what you say, but it's how you say it. And I think that's so true, man. I find myself when I get in a slump when I'm just trying to get at some women, but I find I do my best when I just let loose completely and just get into my own zone of just saying things how I want to say it, being unique and just standing out, having fun versus just trying to get through it, so to speak.
Yeah, well, don't that tell you something?
Yeah, oh, definitely. I'm just trying to make sure I remember that. Don't forget it, because sometimes I forget it. I get robotic, but I gotta stay in that zone of just like having fun and being fly.
You gotta constantly, as you walking around, make yourself be in that zone. You in that zone right now. You fucking with some bitches, and then some 20 minutes later, you in the same place, but you ain't as focused as you was. Something distracted you, but you got to see that and get back busy. It's not gonna be there because you think it. It's gonna be there because you make it be there because you think it.
Hey, that's some big stuff right there. I gotta let that go.
I'm saying, all right, Dylan.
All right, be cool.
You know it. Okay. I'm gonna keep going because this is some interesting shit to me. See, one of the reasons reading won't help you with women is because that's all a lot of you motherfuckers gonna do. You simply gonna read the shit and think something miraculously should occur because you read it. You're not gonna implement what you read into your activities. You ain't gonna do anything to make what you read beneficial to reading it. Now, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this because if you want to know how to catch a woman, you better deal with a lot of women every day. You ain't got to catch them and fuck them and all that, but you sure better know how to, in passing, say something to get a response. And you better just be working on a lot of shit when you out. And the best way to elevate your goddamn abadabba is to deal with hundreds of women each month. I used to speak to over 100 women every few days. And within a week, I might get action from 5 or 6 of them. And of those, I might catch one. I don't even want to imagine what those odds are. If you do the math, you'll see I was dealing with 20 to 30 women daily. And I might only would catch one a week, if that. And that's not catching them, where they paying me. That's where I meet them somewhere and, we see if we can take it any further. See, here's what you're overlooking. At the ratio I'm going, if I catch one a month, that's 12 a year. Of those 12, all of them may leave. But it's one thing for sure. They all won't stay. That's why I stay down. That's why you don't like either one. You ain't supposed to like either one of them until it's been a few months of her, being with you, doing what you like, as far as how you like to get paid. Nah, that's not bad odds when you think about how long you're gonna be doing this shit. Since most women you catch is gonna be there, they're gonna be 1 or 2 weeks. You'll look to have 2 or 3 at the end of a year. Nah, shit. You don't learn this kind of shit by reading. You only get up on this kind of shit by getting up off your ass and going out and messing with a gang of women and seeing what happens. Everything that happens for you is not gonna happen for me. And everything that happens for me is not gonna happen for you. That's why reading shit ain't shit. You don't want to sound like a nerd or a bookworm when you not. When you out. That's all reading gonna do for you. And what we learn to do at SW is accept that knowledge is what you learn in pursuit of your craft, which in our case is catching women. So what I'm saying is, hear that. Knowledge is what you learn in pursuit of your craft. Period. You won't catch a motherfucking woman worth 2 cents with a big vocabulary. Facebook and other media type women will be impressed with big words, but that's because their media image is fake. What they believe about themselves is fake, but they accept it as truth, hoping you'll accept it. There are no sentences you can read and memorize that's going to help you catch. Oh, well, I'll take that back. You might could read some shit as far as a couple of lines and it, do something for you. I don't know. So I ain't going to just make that blanket statement. I'm just really saying, you just can't depend on that bullshit. You got to depend on what you know. And I know you guys are not slow. So you need to know, I'm saying the only weapon you have or need is you. You are your most powerful weapon in this war with society. The Sidewalk University, we learn to recognize within the first few minutes if you should stay talking to this woman or not. We learn this because those who don't know it get charged for guessing. You can't deal with a social media type woman and expect her to be real when you meet her. If you do meet up with one, you need to establish almost immediately you really like what you saw in her photo, not anything she wrote. And you be sure to let her know you think all talk is cheap. This is when you're dealing with a social media fraud. And I didn't call a few of them because they get on my line. You just drawn a line in the sand, letting her know you don't play around. And if she gets real with you, you can follow your motherfucking action. You need to establish this shit quickly so you don't waste time. If she's looking good as what you saw in her pics, you should care less. You should be thinking, I know I'm capable of having 5 of these motherfuckers. Fine as she is or finer than she is. I can have them at the same time. And you need to firmly have a mental attitude like this. And she can't ever find another motherfucker like me. Shit. And you get this and more from Sidewalk University. You need the attitude that you're worth far too much to spend 1 second longer talking to her than it takes you to see she ain't what you want. Because I don't know if you do this, but certainly what I do, I try to eliminate the bitch I'm talking to. I do. I try to eliminate her. And if I can't, then I might ask her out for dinner or something. You got to make sure you let her know you ain't impressed with how fine she is. You know what the fuck you said on your page and nothing. You want to deal with what the fuck is going on right now. And see, you got to tell her that you the kind of motherfucker who likes to discover his own impressions of a woman. And then, man, I'm just saying. You got to remember, everything needs to have a mental time limit, or you'll find yourself chasing a ghost. Women don't like to be rushed, but if you allow them to dilly-dally around, you'll find yourself wasting a lot of your goddamn times dealing with her schedule. The way to catch women is to keep them on your time schedule. You'll really make a splash with a woman if she sees you're getting bored with her conversation, especially if you indicate you're about to leave. They'll be wondering, who is that? Damn. See, you probably don't believe me, but what I'm telling you is true. Have you ever thought these things about dating in your lifetime? I'm sure you haven't. I have, and women love a motherfucker who values his time, the time on his mind over her bullshit. They just, man. I have, and I'm sure you have too, experienced a woman who wants to speak about everything except what you want to speak about. And I ran into that shit early in my life and got played. And I vowed early to never let that happen to me again. And what I'm speaking about is how you got to perceive yourself if you want a woman to see value in you. I come at women far off from what I really think they like. I do that because it's one of the fucking ways I take control of the conversation. The way I speak, the command I have of the fucking conversation makes her, I don't tell her this, but she take her ideas and put them in the back seat to what the fuck I'm talking about. And then just to make conversation, she'll come on with her shit. And I ain't saying that's the best thing, but it's the best thing for me. I don't trip on no woman that much. I mix my conversations with chivalry and boldness. I'm fully involved with being myself. After all, who really catches the bitch? Me or some thought I have? As I'm saying some bold things I intend on accomplishing, I'm also letting her know if she don't want to deal with me, so what? Then I let her know it's going to be her loss. I don't say it like that, but I sure will say it. My experience with this scenario is the woman will undoubtedly call me later in the month or year. It doesn't matter when she does call, because once I leave the convo, I ain't waiting on her. I ain't even thinking about her no more. Most of you motherfuckers want to know the best way to catch a broad. And the cold part about it is you won't do it. You won't even do what it is because you won't believe this is the best way. But I'm going to tell you, for free, the best way to catch any broad is to be upfront with her from the get-go. The more you make that bitch guess what you're up to, the more you allow her to make herself leery of you. Telling her the truth most times will result in a less than happy reaction. But if she doesn't tell you to fuck off, you in the game. And I'm a catch magnet, and I know I have the right type of conversation for whoever the fuck I'm gonna meet. Betty, Barbara, Carol, Misty. I mean, I could give a hoot who she is. I'm ready to catch. Now, it shouldn't need to be a certain type of woman for you to be at her. No certain race, no certain height, no dime or none of that nonsense. The only requirement should be she is a woman whom is available. Right here is where most of you start falling off because you're looking for a certain kind of woman. You don't know who she is or what she looked like or where she's going to be, and you're looking for her. Now, see, that, my friends, is why you never catch. That's why you never meet her. A nigga like me is looking for the next bitch. If she's a 10 or 9. Shit, I catch a bitch and in 2 weeks after being around my motherfucking ass, she'll start looking better. And she'll start taking care of her looks. And voila, I done created my own 10. Shit. Talking about yourself and your goals will transform her into a fucking confident woman. And she'll appreciate you for a lifetime. She'll stay with you because of what you did for her mindset concerning herself. She'll be with you until y'all part. And she ain't gonna be scared to part because now she got confidence from being the woman you can turn her into. And what's beautiful to her, she was a plain Jane in the beginning in a city full of motherfucking women who knew how to dick tease fools with their beauty. And now, because you didn't put such game in her, you didn't show her how not only to dick tease a motherfucker if she wanted to, but you didn't show her how she don't even have to do that kind of goddamn shit. Now when she thinks of herself, she thinks she's the goddamn woman all those goddamn pretenders are faking to be. She'll feel she owes it all to you. But of course, she don't owe you shit except her loyalty. I know I'm raw when I explain shit to you, but you need to get spoon-fed this shit sometimes. And it must come at you in its full force. You gotta do it like this sometimes to penetrate your fucking thick skull. If I were you, I would start trying to see how I could embrace the things that you be hearing from me. Think about the arsenal I told you about. Today, we're talking about you understanding your value. Do you know what an arsenal will do for your goddamn value to a woman when you speak to her? First, when you have an arsenal, it's because you learned all kinds of things about a conversation. But what I want to say is that you learned that when you speak, you introduce her to your value. And first, when you have an arsenal, you didn't learn when you say something to her, you already have an idea what her response will be. So you practically ready. Of course, you didn't program her, so she's not going to respond exactly the way you think. But just by thinking, she's going to respond with something that's preparing your ass for any response she has. Because you're thinking. Let's say you've been speaking to her a few minutes and realize she's giving you big action. You remember if you use your arsenal, you done already told her a couple of things about it. You done said a few things of intrigue. And you really controlling that conversation. You done told her some things that you wanted, and she responded in a positive manner, which is an indication you can have her. So you know what you should do now because you have an arsenal. And that arsenal leads you. Now, the arsenal is not going to catch the bitch. You're going to have to catch the bitch. But the arsenal breaks down a lot of things that I ain't going to tell you about unless you come to Sidewalk University. You need to tell her you got to take care of some business. And you can tell if she really likes you by the way she responds to you. Telling her you need to go is like taking something away from her that she want to buy. You got to think like a salesman when you're dealing with women. When the salesman sees the customer on the fence about a decision, he simply tells the customer something to disqualify him from the deal. And the best way to do that is to take it off the table. I told you all, you need to be men on a mission when it comes to speaking to women. You're supposed to want her to come with you, and your whole conversation is to that end. But that's not what you're saying. What you're saying is totally different from come with me, but that's what it's telling her. Don't you want to come with me? I have hella tools for you to develop an alluring conversation that's going to be centered on you, but totally sexual in nature. There are things to say to women I share with you and some of the tools that will not directly ask her to come with you for sex, but they will tell her that that's the kind of dude you are. I also provide things to say that'll let her know you're not a budging from your fucking idea of man. Not one bit to have her. And here's a scenario along the lines I was speaking. You're kicking it with a woman when you tell her you're getting ready to leave in a few. What are you doing here when you tell her you're getting ready to leave? Well, what you're doing is looking for her to ask you to stay, or best case scenario, she wants to come with you. If there is no response from her, notice her demeanor and see if she's sad about you getting ready to leave, but accepting it. And see if she can be accepting it and happy she met you, or she can be upset but and not know what to do. Any one of these responses means she wants you. She wants you to stay, and she's close to admitting that to you. You just got to know how to play your hand. So you should be good and comfortable with sitting and speaking with her now, because you've already let her know you want her ass. Of course, you're still playing your hand, but now you're comfortable enough to let her know if she wants to continue kicking it, she can come with you. And if it gets to this point, very seldom will you miss. Even if she says she wants to come, you still need to keep playing your fucking hand. ABPs, always be playing. You gotta sound cordial, and you gotta sound inviting as possible, and tell her with a big smile, I would love to let you come with me, but you don't look like you can stand what I have in store for you. And then say, I know I already told you that I wanted to ravish you, and I do. And I know you guys think this is coming on strong, and it is. But you got to come on strong to make her accept being comfortable going somewhere with you. I've had women come to me off of the strength I displayed when I wanted them. See, you mentioned this to her in the beginning of the convo, so it's not too strong. She wouldn't be sitting here if it was too strong. It started out simmering in her the moment I mentioned, or you mentioned, coming with me. If she hesitates, just say, I wanted you to know, you know what I wanted to do to and with you. But that's not to say you want that. I'm just making sure you know what I want. And don't be afraid about establishing that kind of shit. With the way things are today, you can't get her to sign no goddamn contract before you take her with you. So at least have a verbal agreement. You see, I want strong women who can handle the truth, and any woman who wants to go with me after the things I say, I know all they need is a little show and tell in the bedroom. Once we're on our way to my car, my confidence in how I come at her will catch this woman who wasn't intending on being caught tonight. Hey, I'm just telling you how conversation go, and how you supposed to think about what you saying. You don't supposed to be wondering if what you saying is going to catch her or work or whatever. You're supposed to be confident in what you saying is what you want to say. As long as that's the key, as long as that's going on, that is the key to catching. Being comfortable and saying what you think will catch this bitch. You can't be wondering about what you say. Because what I don't really give a fuck if what I say catch her or not. Because I'm gonna say so many things. So what I'm thinking gonna catch her, and I say it right now, don't even move her. Oh shit. I don't think like that. I just go another motherfucking way. I figure out something else to say. And I ain't finna go through any mental changes to catch you, girl. All right, you guys. I'm finna go. And I want y'all to know I'm enjoying myself. I'm really fucking enjoying myself every time I do these videos now. Be cool.